All right, guys. So today we're going to talk about my favorite unit in the entire game, the Bomber. I think the Bomber is an absolutely incredible class, extraordinarily powerful, just one of the most juggernaut, characters in the entire game. And we're going to explain to you why I love this character so much, what he does, why he's good, and how to utilize him effectively in combat. All right, guys. If you love the content that we're doing here, please support the channel and get one of the TeamVASH skins. It really supports the Vash core in creating these videos and creating content for you guys. So thank you so much for the support. Thank you for repping us on the battlefield, and we see you guys in the battle. All right, let's get right into it. So the Bomber. The Bomber is a sweet unit, man. I love this. It's my favorite unit. Just an absolute monster. This guy is a specialized unit that tosses AoE explosives at the enemies. Now, as you can see, I have specialized into an advanced version of this character that actually gives you longer range. So you have a variety of different specialties that you can move your Bomber into. Once you get to level 20, you can actually pick a specialty. My favorite being long range bombing. So the thing that makes this guy really, really cool is he actually gets a bonus damage against melee classes like all archers do. He is a ranged class, just like the archer, except that he has not much, but he has lower range, significantly lower range than the archers. And that may sound like a disadvantage, but in actuality, it is a massive, massive advantage. The attack speed on this unit is 2, and the hit points is actually quite high. You actually have pretty decent hit points for an archer. Your attack speed is, it's good. It's just like an archer. It's a very effective class. And the thing that really makes this shine is because you have range, you're outside of melees, right? You're away from them, especially if you are sitting behind a front line of tanks. You have all your tanks there, and then you have your Bomber sitting behind you. Now, the thing that makes the Bomber really, really shine is two things. One, the AoE damage. The Bomber will actually hit multiple enemies in a row. You can throw one bomb and actually hit 2 enemies with that bomb and just completely devastate the front line. You can get these massive splash damage effects that will cripple, just obliterate the enemy forces like crazy. But that's not all. That's not the only reason why I think the Bomber is just way better than the archer. Because the Bomber has another advantage that the archer doesn't have, and that is the shorter range. Now, if you've ever used an archer with long range, like boosted range, you'll notice that the range is a detriment. There's a point where range is really good. It's between the Bomber range and between the archer range. And for me, that is accentuated perfectly with the long range Bomber. He's like right in this sweet zone. And the reason why it's such a big deal is because the archers in this game cannot fire another shot until their shot hits the target. So when you shoot, you see an arrow flying through the air and they move pretty slow. He won't fire another shot until the arrow goes all the way over and hits the target, and then he'll get ready and he'll shoot another shot. Now, when you are a super long range archer, your shots take so long to get to the target that the target is often dead before your weapon gets there. Whereas with a Bomber, that's never the case. When the Bomber throws his bomb, it's gonna hit something. Because it's an AoE attack, it's gonna hit that unit or hit that area and just do damage to everything in that area. The other thing that is an advantage is because he is a shorter distance character, the bomb reaches the target quicker, meaning he can throw another bomb sooner. So even though his attack speed doesn't seem like it's different, in actuality, he actually is attacking more often than an archer attacking from really, really far away. So you're going to attack more times and you're going to get hit, do more damage. And also because you're not as far away, you're going to hit the target before the target dies. So the Bombers are just extraordinary units. They have splash damage, they have range, they can sit behind your melee line and just bomb over top of it, doing just insane punishment to the front line. They're incredible. They're in my opinion one of the most powerful classes in the game, and especially against factories where you have these enemy factories that is producing an infinite amount of enemies. You'll get the bombers running in, and the bombers will, push the line, because they're fairly close to the front line. They can push effectively without getting stuck behind, waiting for their ranged attack to land, so they can move forward barely at all, maybe not even at all. Instead, the bomber will throw bombs and kill stuff, and then as they get closer to the target, even though they're attacking the units, they're hitting the buildings too, right? Because it's splash damage. They can actually attack the buildings and the enemies at the same time, making them so much more viable for knocking down enemy factories, getting wins where other classes would have no chance of getting those wins. So bombers are just absolute juggernaut classes. They have a massive melee damage bonus, so you can have them, they're perfect on the front lines, because they're going to splash damage any tanks or warriors on the front lines. The tanks will be highly resistant, and the warriors will actually just get completely annihilated. And that's the thing, is you want to kill those warriors on the front line as fast as you can, because they're going to endanger the tanks that are protecting you. You want to keep your tank line fresh and strong. And the nice thing about the bombers is that they're unlikely to get distracted by tanks and get stuck on a tank, because they have splash damage. They're going to hit the tank, but they're going to hit everything else too, right? So any melee that are running up beside their tank shield, the tank still will sometimes catch your attention. Your bomber will get stuck attacking a tank, but he'll also kill all the vulnerable units beside that unit. So they're just supremely effective for destroying the enemy's melee line and protecting your tanks, pushing down buildings. Just an all-around absolute god class. And it doesn't hurt that our bombers has one of my favorite black armored skins in the entire game. It just makes me smile from ear to ear. We're going to show you guys real quick what the bomber looks like when he's not rocking the skin. This is what the bomber normally looks like right here. He's a pretty cool looking class. He's got his little red beard, his little gray chainmail, and then you can put a skin on him to make him look even cooler. And that's the bomber. All right, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you understand the true power of the bomber, and you're able to use him in combat to the maximum effectiveness. You want to make sure that you place him just behind your front line, very close to the front line, but never never in front of your melee. And yeah. If you found this video helpful, make sure you like and subscribe. Leave a thumbs up, guys. It really helps us grow the channel. Ring that little bell for notifications. And don't forget to comment down below and let me know what you thought of the video. Rock and roll, guys. Thank you so much for being a part of the Vash Corps. Thank you for watching these videos and helping us grow and helping us survive on this platform and helping to grow the Stream Raider community. I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh, yeah!